Alright, this is gonna be sort of a running vlog because, like, I have a bunch of stuff to cover, so, um, first part of this vlog I'm gonna cover. I needed to find a movie that I could just review in my spare time because, I'm gonna watch Tron eventually, but until then, I had to find a movie to review in the spare time, so I found Howl's Moving Castle. And I don't really watch anime. I mean, that's kind of weird. Like, I watch some anime, like I watch Melancholy Harui, and I watch Lucky Star, which is kind of weird for me, because I should be watching, like, Naruto and stuff, but, um, House Moving Castle, it, it's a really good movie, but it's kind of hard to explain what it kind of is. It's one of those cutesy type anime, but, cutesy type film in general, but it's sort of offbeat. Like, it's kind of hard to explain, but okay, the basic premise of this movie is that the main character Sophie, she's depressed about her life, and one day she she meets up with Howl, there you go, who's voiced by Christian Bale, which is kind of cool, and the Hal actually saves her from, like, these gloppy things that you'll figure out eventually later are minions of the Wicked Witch of the... Well, wait. The Witch of the Waste. I'm sorry. So, this makes the Witch of the Waste jealous because she is in love with Hal. So, she turns Sophie into an old lady, and then, so the whole movie is like Sophie's journey to unold herself, if that makes sense. And I haven't read the book, so I can't really compare it to the book, but as a movie on its own, it's really good, actually. I actually like this movie a lot. I can't really explain, but it's very different from the usual Disney type films. It's like quiet and also loud and atmospheric. It's something like that. Like if you watch the movie, the scene that summarizes the whole movie is like the ending where, spoilers, the moving castle is destroyed, and there's a door actually that's the door can be changed so that it could enter different areas, and one switch goes into Hal's, like, childhood or something. That entire sequence was very artsy actually, and kind of out of place, but it pretty much summarizes the whole feel of the movie. Like, it's kind of like an art house film, but it's kind of not. It's just the whole feel of the movie, and I don't know, maybe I really like this movie, but it's really hard to explain what kind of mood the movie is. But anyways, the movie's good. Like, I'm not gonna spoil anything else. Like, you have to watch this movie. It's really good. Okay. Second on my list. As you can see by my poster over there, I am a huge fan of the Firefly series, so I might as well talk about them. I'm gonna work my way backwards though. I'm starting with Serenity. The reason why I'm gonna do this is because I actually started with Serenity, which is not good. Like, like, I have sort of an excuse. Like, when I was in 2002, I was, I was 11 or 10. I think it was 11. Yeah, I was 11. So I was not really into, like, sci-fi shows around that time. So you can't really blame me for knowing Serenity first over Firefly. Like, okay, maybe you can, but I'm sticking by my defense. So, Serenity, I love Serenity. This was a really good movie, and it's because, like, the movie is it actually tried to do something different with the sci-fi genre, because the sci-fi genre is kind of dead. like, I mean, it's not dead. It's just like, it's kind of creatively dead. Like, it's always about some aliens and some high tech like things that make you feel cold. Here, it's like it makes you feel warm, if that makes sense. Like, it's entirely, it's not an entirely different look, but it's a very dramatic change. Like, instead you get like farm ranches, and there's no sound in space actually, which a lot of science fiction movies are picking up on now. And they just do things differently. Like, they do things from other science fiction shows, but they do it differently. And that's what makes Serenity kind of stand out. Now you can kind of criticize it for like doing that, um but just doing it for the sake of doing it. Like, why do they speak Chinese? Oh, we just did it to be different. Like, you can kind of criticize it for that, but you don't really notice it in there. It kind of just fits together. Like, it kind of just smooths in, and it's kind of hard for it to do something like that. Like, when it's kind of like they took a dartboard, they put a bunch of ideas, and then they threw darts at it and tried to mesh it together. Like, that's actually kind of hard to do, but they did it well. And Serenity, I can't really talk about Serenity if I don't talk about Firefly. So, Firefly, the whole basic like premise is that the crew of the Firefly is the class of the ship, and the name of the ship is Serenity. So, the crew, they do jobs, like illegal and illegal jobs, to like pay for themselves, or pay for their stuff, and they unwillingly taken like what was his name? Sure, I haven't actually watched some of the episodes in some time, so Simon, there, Simon. They taken this passenger named Simon Tam, who is actually a fugitive from the Federation, or no, Alliance. My bad. Thinking of Starship Troopers. And the reason why he's a fugitive is that his sister, River, she at an early age she went to some sort of like camp, a special camp, because she's gifted. She's like, they make her to be like this extraordinarily gifted girl, and they like drug her and like do stuff with her brain and mess with her. So then he kind of figures this out, and he breaks her out of jail, which is seen in the opening of Serenity. You don't actually see it in Firefly. So now they're on the run, and so you can kind of see what the crew has to deal with. Like, they're just a small crew. Why don't they just drop them? And the leader, Malcolm, like, he's always like saying, "We're good people. We don't no, wait, he doesn't have a Western accent, my bad. We don't drop people. They're part of my crew," and yada yada yada. And it works actually. Like you actually feel the conflict. Like, they deal with a lot of stuff actually. Not only they're dealing with the Federation, keep saying Federation, Alliance. They have to still keep doing jobs, and they have to avoid the Reavers, which is the zombies of the show. And in the movie, you actually figure out what the heck the Reavers are, which is kind of scary. And yeah, the show and movie work. Like it just meshes together and forms a cohesive story. But a lot of people were mad that it was canceled, and I'm mad. I was mad when I figured out it was canceled. You know, after I started watching the show on. I bought the DVD, but like, I mean the case. So, I really don't know why they hated the show. I heard it's because Battlestar Galactica was coming back, and Battlestar Galactica was, when I think about it, Firefly could have easily taken over Battlestar Galactica, like, if they had kept it going, but these things just happen. So we're stuck with 11 episodes in the movie we got. So no, it's not even 11. It's like 14. Yeah, because 3 didn't even show, which is stupid. So bottom line, this show was really good. The show was good. Should have gotten longer, but we got a movie, so we can't really argue. The only downside of this is that, besides it ended, like how it ended, I'm a little iffy because they ended it on a cliffhanger. Like, first off they brought in the Deus Ex Machina with was it the operator or the black guy, whatever. So, like, he was never an established character in the series, which kind of pissed me off. And the entire show, like, you kind of like want them to overcome these huge odds, but at the end of Serenity, they sort of just fly off into space, which pissed me off because I wanted them to defeat the Alliance or like at least cripple it or something. They kind of do, but they never explain like the effects. Like all they say is the regime is hurt. Okay. And then some of the character deaths that I didn't mind them dying, it's just like they could have gotten some more screen time or some more like development so their death wouldn't seem as not as effective or something, or not as, I wouldn't say pointless, but not as wasted. Like when Shepherd Book died, I was kind of like, he wasn't really even in Serenity. Like, he was only in 2 scenes and they just kill him off. And he was a major cast member in the show. And then they killed off, like, Wash. And it was just like, oh, he died. Like, not even like an epic speech or epic struggle, last stand. He just sort of dies. That pissed me off. But other than that, I got nothing to say. So, garbage. No, they're not garbage, but it's the name of the band. And Garbage, I actually do like this band, and to review the first album, I really don't have that much to say, except like Super Vixen, I actually really like that song. That part, the first part of the song really gets stuck in your head. Like that one pause right there, like it gets stuck in your head. Number 2, Queer, it's my favorite song on the album. I'm not even gonna lie. I know a lot of people say Stupid Girl is, but I say Queer is. And I think the reason why it's because of that one guitar solo. It just makes you want to destroy something. It's not like thrash metal, but it kind of puts you in the mood for destroying something. Only Happen When It Rains. That's an okay song, I guess. I like it. As Heaven Is Wide, it's okay. Not my idea. It keeps like repeating on my iPod. Stroke of Luck, but again, it's okay. Stupid Girl. I know why people really like this song, but I don't know. I don't know. It's kind of overrated for me. Dog New Tricks is okay. My Lover's Box is okay. Fix Me Now is probably my least favorite song on this album, actually. And I don't know, it just comes off as annoying. And Milk, I don't think I've ever actually listened to Milk, but maybe I have, but I just forgot how it goes. So, yeah, that's actually all I have to say about Garbage. Except, no, that's actually all I got to say. Yeah. Okay, last part, 21's videos. I know it's late, but I want to talk about it because I covered Shiny before, so I might as well cover 21. So, they came out with 3 music videos this year, I think. I have to ask my sister, which is not good if you're in front of camera. You need to know all your information, but anyways. 21, before these 3 videos, I kind of didn't really like them, to be honest. Like, I didn't think they were like bad. Like, I knew they could make good music, but the music that they had was not really my liking. Like, I Don't Care was sort of just like, and maybe it was because of the overplay my family had. And then Fire I just did not like at all. And I know a lot of fan people are gonna hate me for saying that, but I didn't like Fire. Then they came out with these 3 songs, and I'm actually gonna say it, but I actually really like these 3 songs. Like, maybe not as much as I think I should, but it kind of changed my perception of 21. Like, they can actually make music I could like. Like, I'm not too biased. I'm gonna say this band is never good and all that. So, first song, like, if I had to order from least to greatest, I'd say Go Away, Clap Your Hands, and Can't Nobody. Now, Go Away is my least favorite because it's not because it's bad. It's just, I don't know, it kind of just seems off. Like, I don't really see 21 as a group that can have, like, meaningful songs, if that makes sense. Or, they kind of remind me of the Black Eyed Peas, who's, like, they always make music that's always like, oh, it's time to party, you know, this, but when you have this kind of group do a music that's kind of, like, sad and it's for, like, you're supposed to have emotions about it, just sort of comes off as weird. Like, that's why it's my least favorite. Like, I'm not saying it's a bad song, I'm just saying it doesn't really seem like they would make this kind of song. Clap Your Hands. I really don't have anything to say about Clap Your Hands except, like, if they were gonna show this to an American audience, I think they would actually make it in America. And then Can't Nobody. I don't have anything really to say about this group. But Can't Nobody is a good song, I'm gonna admit. Like, the beat's really addicting, and it has the most addicting beat of all 3 songs, and yeah, I guess that's all I really got to say. Crap. I don't like it when I cover music. I don't have that much to say about the artist. Oh, wait. I do have something to say. For those of you who know Sundara, like, I don't know, I always make jokes because, like, whenever I hear 21, I have to think of Sundara and the music she made in the Philippines. Just look it up, and, like, I'm a Filipino saying, you will die laughing. Like, because there's, like, no comparison. Like, when you hear this, you won't be able to link it to this. That's what I mean. And that's all I got to say about that.